Right. Back again for episode 3 or 4, depending if the pilot is 2 or 1 episodes, but whatever. Right. Couple of things I didn't mention about the old DVD. I think the encoding I used last time wasn't so great, or at least it seems worse than the DVD actually is. But then watching the file I ripped is not as bad as watching the DVD itself, which is really weird. It could be a resolution thing, don't know. Another thing, the sound from the old computer. How's that? That's better. Right, also, the cover of this thing. Pretty much the same as the show, although there are a couple of exceptions. The art looks a bit weird, especially whatever is going on with Applejack's face there. Yeah, and Spike. Not sure what's going on with Spike. I don't know if he's been on the ketamine, or if Twilight has taken him to a third-rate taxidermist. Anyway, I think that's it. Oh, no, one more thing. What am I drinking? Today I'm drinking Cock a Hoop. Yes, everyone needs a cock in them. By Jennings Brewery. Where's that from? That is from Wolverhampton. Oh, wonderful. Yes, unashamedly cocky golden pale ale. Yes, a citrus finish. That's all they can say in amongst all the guff on the back. Whatever. Beer is beer. I have a feeling I'm going to need it, especially if the pink one shows up again. Fucking hell. Right. Applebuck season, whatever that means.
Boy, howdy. I got my work cut out for me. That there is the biggest bumper crop of apples I ever laid eyes on.
How much do they own?
Yep. Too big for you to handle on your own.
Alone. Do they not bring in labourers like pretty much every farm? Even modern ones that are completely mechanised. That has definitely got to be a health and safety violation.
You need to rest up and get yourself better. I haven't met an apple orchard yet that I can't handle.
Don't do that.
I said I could handle this harvest, and I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna get every last apple out of those trees this Applebuck season all by myself.
Hang on, didn't she ask for help quite willingly at the start of the first episode? Second episode? Third episode? What exactly does a stampede have to do with picking apples?
Hey! This makes my voice sound silly!
How many cows are there? Besides, your voice always sounds silly.
Other side, Winona. Put 'em up, girl.
This is the best rodeo show I've ever seen!
Hey, are these Applejack's cows? So she owns enough cows to cause an earthquake and several hundred acres, if not thousands of acres of apple trees. And if she doesn't own them, is she basically abandoning the harvest to rustle someone else's livestock?
Now, what was that all about?
Oh my! Begging your pardon, Applejack, but Muriella here saw one of those nasty snakes.
The cows are self-aware? I've seen leather! Is this a restaurant at the end of the universe type deal? Which only raises God knows how many other questions. And watch as Master's dog dances across their backs wearing a trophy hewn from the hides of their fallen forebears.
We must do something to thank Applejack for single-hoofedly saving the town.
I know. A party!
God damn it, Pinky. And just look at that image. I mean, it's just pure sugary overload. Oh, God.
We all ready?
Just one last thing. Now we're ready.
How much does that thing weigh? Just how powerful are unicorns? Can they fly?
Is Applejack all set?
Actually, I haven't seen her all week. Not since the stampede.
They've been putting up decorations for nigh on a week. Jesus Christ, how long is this gonna take?
Welcome, every pony. A pony whose contributions to...
Did you see Applejack's slick moves out there?
Oh, sweet balls, thank you.
What an athlete! This week, she's gonna help me with my new flying trick, and I know it's gonna be so awesome!
And somehow you're worse. Actually, why is Twilight doing this? Didn't she move here like a month ago? Shouldn't like someone like the mayor or, I don't know, an alderman or whatever instead of the town librarian? Now that I think about it, is she actually the librarian or just kind of living there?
Exactly! And this week, I get to run Sugar Cube Corner for the first time!
Fuck off!
Okay, that's great.
Thank you.
Now, if I could just make a point without being
Twilight?
interrupted.
Twilight? I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to mention that Applejack is also helping me this week with the official bunny census, where we count up all the new baby bunnies that were born this season. She's gonna help gather them using her wonderful herding skills.
I will reluctantly admit that the expressions are used quite well here, especially the way they use their ears, going back to convey emotions.
Anyone else? Anyone? No? Well then, as I was trying to say...
Okay, this scene is actually kind of done reasonably well. A lot of comedy is based on suffering, especially when we empathise with what's going on but don't necessarily sympathise. At the start of the scene, the suffering is on the audience, as we're inflicted with Twilight's boorish officiousness, as it were. As the scene goes on, it's gradually inverted until the suffering is with Twilight. And then when you think it's about to flip back onto the viewer, the whole inversion is kind of like reinforced suddenly as a punchline. Also, there's a minor rule of three going on here. The first two times Twilight is interrupted, it's uninvited. The third time, it's sort of reluctantly accepted, like some sort of inevitability. And that kind of reinforces the inversion that we had playing out through the scene. Or something, I don't know.
Ugh, never mind.
You'd better be cleaning that up later, Missy.
Ponyville's most capable and dependable friend, Applejack!
They did actually tell her, didn't they?
Awkward.
Tell, don't show. Except that you did both, which makes Spike's line even more redundant than it would be.
It's so bright and shiny and... I sure do look funny.
Okay, that's actually quite a nice little effect they've added there. Ruined by the pink one.
Was it just me, or did Applejack seem a little tired?
Dizzy?
Messy? Well, did you see her mane?
I think you need glasses because it looked pretty much the same as it did at the beginning.
She seemed fine to me. Woo! Woo!
And you seem to be a French police siren. You know, I still call bullshit. Oh, God, the bulls! What about the bulls? They still have selective breeding?
But why are you doing it all alone? 'Cause Big Macintosh hurt himself. What about all those relatives I met when I first came to Ponyville? Can't they help? Yeah, they were just here for the Apple family reunion. They actually live all over Equestria and are busy harvesting their own orchards.
This is either a really good bit of world building and continuity with the first episode, or a total hack job of shoehorning in a reason for the plot to exist.
So, how about my own?
Okay, I haven't shown it, but that's the 5th time she's done that in the last 30 seconds. Does she not care at all about muscle atrophy? Also, disrupting a worker via repeated use of spatial displacement magic.
Whoa!
6.
Do you want some help? Help? No way, no how. But there's no way you can do it all on your own. Is that a challenge? No. Well, I'm gonna prove to you that I can do it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got apples to buck.
Well, it only took us 8 minutes to return to the main plot line.
Now, what's this new trick of yours? See this contraption? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stand on one end, then you're gonna jump down from that platform, launching me into the air faster than I can take off on my own.
Why don't you just gain speed horizontally near the ground and then, you know, up?
Isn't that a mite dangerous?
Oh, I do hope so. Speaking of which, if she does have to start stationary, isn't this cheating?
Oh my. Ready? 1, 2,
Let me guess. Pride before a fall.
3! I have an idea. Watch this. Ta-da!
Oh, so you do know what show not tell is.
Wait! Can I help you?
I know you weren't prepared, and leaving to one side the fact that you were propelled well out of town but somehow managed to land in the middle of it, shouldn't a pro capable of rocking with the Wonderbolts be able to bring that under control?
Can bees squawk? I don't think so. No. Can we talk? 20 stalks? Bean or celery? No, I need to talk to you. You need to walk to the zoo? Well, who's stopping you?
Stop making me laugh.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go help Pinkie Pie.
Oh God, not a whole scene with that thing.
Oh no, what happened? It was a mishap with some of the baked goods.
No, not baked goods. Baked bads.
I've heard some puns in my time, but this one takes the biscuit.
Ugh, that pony is stubborn as a mule. No offense.
None taken.
Why no offence? I mean, you're using what is presumably a generalised positive trait to deride someone else. I mean, I know it's supposed to be meant in jest, but doesn't come over brilliantly.
Oh, Applejack, thank you so much for offering your herding skills for the annual rabbit roundup.
Why are we doing this?
Well, lots of new baby bunnies have been born, so it's my job to get a count of all the new families.
Exposition! Sorry, what exactly happened to show not tell?
We know what we're doing. Get along, little bunnies.
Oh, no.
I know... Oh. It's not that cocky. Can't even taste the barnyard. Anyway. I know you're tired and a little irrational, but at some level this is kind of suggesting you use fear and force to control your sentient leather serfs. You know, I've seen that green unicorn a few times now. Okay, apparently the fans give names to the background characters here. So what have you got? You've got what looks like a harp as your arse mark. I shall call you Harpy. There's like 30 and they're bunnies. Do they have magical powers too?
All right, Applejack. Your apple bucking hasn't just caused you problems. It's overpropelled Pegasus, practically poisoned plenty of ponies, and terrorized bushels of brand new bouncing baby bunnies. I don't care what you say, you need help.
You practiced that on the way over, didn't you? Okay. Pub's closing soon. And I've already had several. So I'm going to go and have more. And I'm going to think about it and sleep on it. And I shall probably see you tomorrow. When I'm actually Copus Mentis. So whatever. See you in a bit. Oh. Well, here we are again. Got rid of this whole lot of stuff. Now I didn't really cover the end of the episode or the bit where the whole lesson is learnt and the letter and all that jazz, because needs more talking about, if you know what I mean. Speaking of lessons, as is possibly evident, I shouldn't really do reactions or reviews after 3 pints and then drink another one during. One's alright, but not 4. So this time I've got tea, yes. That channel image isn't just for show, and I've also got crumpets. Tea and crumpets, lovely. Although if I was a suspicious or superstitious person, I might think that the pink one is trying to fuck with me. So I went into Tesco's and found a whole load of crumpets on reduced, in the reduced section, for 27p for 8, but come in a pink packet. Yeah. Oh well. Crumpets. Oh. Right then. Let's start with bad things. All sorts of bad things. Mentioned near the beginning of the review that it seemed like the plot was sort of put on hold for a while, which isn't entirely fair, but there is some truth behind it. The problem is that I know that the beginning of the episode is sort of meant to set up the fact that Applejack likes helping people. and then that's used as a basis for all the vignettes where she's helping something but her exhausted state is hurting her and then other ponies. But it kind of drags on a little bit, I think, and that then harms the climax. She spends so much time being oblivious and stubborn to what's going on that the ending seems quite rushed, really. And because it's so rushed, it feels like she's not realising her mistake. She's being forced to realise. It happens so quickly with Twilight basically hammering into her. And rather than her friends helping her to realise herself, it's just sort of forced on quite abruptly. And then she's sort of just does a 180 and suddenly admits everything. There's no progression. That could have been dragged out a bit more, I felt. Not necessarily good or bad things. I was at the beginning going to question why she's doing this, because she's supposed to be the element of honesty. Like, why is she lying to herself? But they do kind of do a half decent job of explaining that she's not lying to herself because she believes the lie, so it's not a lie. She's not lying to herself. She believes that she can do this. She believes that she has to do it. And it's that denial, in some way, that what the episode is about, I suppose. Good things. The middle section was quite good in escalating the plot and the problem. You know, it starts off, she's just sort of a bit tired, there's no real impact, and then she starts hurting herself, and then she starts hurting other people, and then she starts hurting a lot of people. Like, the problem goes from internal to external and then gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's good. Animation is still good. Voice acting is still good. I mean, it does seem a bit weird that with the way the ending is rushed, I mean, the message is really simple. Like, this is a really basic story about admitting you have a problem, or you know, letting go, stuff like that. You have to drag it out to 22 minutes, but they end up dragging out one bit too much at the sacrifice of the bit at the end. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, overall, it's alright, I suppose. Does the job, gets the message across, if a little abruptly at the end. Although the first section is dragged out, it doesn't feel it is. It's just you don't realise that it's detrimental to the final part until you get to the end. The cows. The cows, people. Really? But whatever. What's the next episode called? Griffin the Brush Off. Whatever that means. Oh well. See you next time. And if you want more silly, then subscribe for more silly. Yes. I've got crumpets. Oh. I've got tea as well. Subscribe for more Shelly.
I'm gonna get every last apple out of those trees this Applebuck season all by myself.
Hang on, didn't she